Hey! Balle! It's the battle of the North, people. It's the Northern Derby. Punjab versus Delhi is going down. And of course, this is Fan Doosra. It's where we talk about what's happening in the IPL. And it's happening for these people right now. For these teams, it's action time. It's prove yourself time. It's bring your A game time. Just before we get into talking to our wonderful fans, Yatharth and Tanmay representing Delhi, Clinton and Anmol representing Punjab. Just before we get into that, let me just remind everybody that we are brought to you by Rario. Rario are these people here, okay? Rario. That is the place to go to if you want to get down with NFTs. This is the whole new crypto world that we're all about right now. We're at the Bharat Army. We're all about innovation. We're all about taking Team India into the next realm, into the next kind of phase of its life and its chapter. And in the same way, you can do the same with how you make money. You can do it with your love for cricket and your love for the crypto world. So if you want to find out more about that, go to rario.com and you can there own NFTs, own cricketing NFTs, moments in cricketing history. Let me show you what a cricket NFT looks like. Here's an example of one, and it's things like this that you could own, trade, and even make money with. Check it out.
Some magnificent tattoos, gives the ball an almighty thump. Not this time, not again Zahir Khan. Oh boy, he's a magician. You never lose it, class is permanent.
Oh, that cream keeps rising to the top. The Zach attack at 41 years young.
That's just an example of one. And I'm sure the Punjabis watching will be going, I don't want a Delhi Capitals Zahir Khan NFT. I want a Punjab player NFT. Well, no worries. You can also have that as well. There are numerous players. There's a whole selection of players that have all been selected by Rario, that are working with Rario, and you can own cricketing moments from those. Go to rario.com, sign up. It takes 60 seconds. It's free, completely free. It doesn't cost you anything. And you can get a free NFT off the back of it. They're giving them away just to get you rolling. Why not? Get your family to sign up. Just get free NFTs. Who knows? It could be worth something in the future. But for the moment, let's focus on these boys. Punjab versus DC. Punjab are 7th. DC are 5th in the league. They have the same amount of points. Over the last 5 games, they have both won one, lost one, won one, lost one. Literally, these two teams have copied each other and their kind of results throughout the league in the last few games, which makes this probably one of the most exciting matchups, I think, in recent games. I don't, the last few games I've been watching with GT and this, we know GT are qualified. We know MI are out. We know CSK are out. This is the real battle right now. Don't you think, Yatharth?
Exactly, Northern Derby, this is El Clasico 2.0, everything to play for. I mean, both teams have lost one and won one, so the streak has been continued. Some of the streak are to be, broken. I mean, one team will win today and one team will lose today. So hopefully it's DC who's going to break the streaks and go on to winning this match and enter one step ahead of the qualifier. This is a virtual qualifier for both the teams. We have 12 points, and if we win this, we go to 14, and then we, go ahead of RCB. So it's very much heated. It's all to play for. I mean, there is no chance of error. You need to bring your A game. I think the engine is right up there. You just need to put on the accelerator and fire up your game.
Oh, there you go. He says, hopefully it's DC's day. Clinton, I'm pretty sure you're going to disagree with that.
Well, absolutely. I mean, going by the last 5 games, as you rightly pointed out, it's been one lost. For DC, at least, they have some confidence looking back at their past history, because they've been in the finals in 2020. They've qualified for the playoffs in 2021. For Punjab, we've not been able to win 2 in a row since the last season back in 2021. So, yeah, as Yatharth rightly pointed out, one of those streaks will be broken today. And going simply by the last couple of games the way Punjab have played, they look hot favorites, because most of their batsmen have come to have come into form. There were a lot of talks about Johnny Bairstow, but he's, I think, silenced all the critics with that insane knock of 66 from 29 balls, which literally tore apart one of the best bowling lineups of the tournament. So, really looking forward to the others to step up. Mayank Agarwal needs to score some runs. So also Rajapaksa. So I think both of them are due for a big score today, and hopefully it is Punjab who is smiling at the end of the day.
Okay. And actually, also another similarity, I realized both of them have come off a really big win. Tanmay, your last win, was it against RCB?
It was against RR.
Rajasthan Royals. It was Punjab who played RCB. Tell me about the win against Rajasthan Royals, because that was a convincing win. What's that going to do? What does that tell you about the squad, and what does that do for the boys right now?
Yeah, I would say that was a very comfortable win for Delhi, and it was a slow pitch, right? So Mitchell Marsh batted very sensibly, and he got the support of David Warner, which was missing from past few matches. That once David and Shaw got out, it all trembled to Robin Powell and Rishabh Pant, and they couldn't survive it till the end. So last game, we saw what Mitchell Marsh can do and what he did for Australia. He's repeating itself in DC. And probably that stabilized our middle order. A little bit of spinners need to fire up on, and we'll be good to go, I guess.
Okay. Look at that. Dunmay said all of that without moving his mouth. It's unbelievable. Incredible. You've frozen on our screens, but don't worry, Dunmay, we can hear you. I was like, that is a skill and a half. He just did the whole thing like this. And I thought, that's amazing. I don't know how he did it. I'm going to try and do the rest of the show in the style of Dunmay. No, I can't do it. It's too hard. But he's very talented. That's how talented Dunmay is. And look, now he needs some time out. He's going to go and have some time to himself, and he'll come back and he'll do the show normally. That's an incredible person. Actually, let's talk about your last win, Anmol, as well. Punjab's big win over RCB took them apart. I guess what I'm trying to say is, going into this game, both teams are not only on equal points, but they're also on equal confidence.
Yeah, the confidence is pretty much good after that win against the RCB. That RCB's win gave us the very much confidence, because in that game we are cleared upon the top two that Shikhar Dhawan and Bairstow. Bairstow, as Clinton said rightly, that Bairstow has fired up immensely. That someone was saying that Triple H of RCB's a good bowling lineup. Josh Hazlewood has gone for the most expensive spell in the IPL history. Like we on a given day of Punjab Kings, nobody would like to face them in the playoffs. I must say that, because they are really very unpredictable. One time we are winning with RCB for 54 runs, and next day we are losing. We have lost one DC 115 for all out. Likewise, that everyone in that game, RCB's game. First of all, talk about RCB's game. That RCB's game was very much convincing for us. Livingstone put up on 70 score, and Bairstow was much more positive. Yeah, in today's game, Mayank Agarwal needs to perform, because he's in good form against DC. As if you see in 2020, he scored some 89 odd runs of 60. In 2021, he scored 69, and in 2021 also he scored 99 not out also, and he likes DC very much. And there is one player in the DC who likes Punjab also very much, that is David Warner, and we need to get rid of him as soon as possible.
Well, you talk about Warner. Warner's 427 runs in 10 games. He's a game winner, Yatharth, and he's going to be key. In the same way that Punjab are relying on their openers, Warner, you're going to be relying on him as well. You won't want him to go too early.
Big player, matches up really, very well. David Warner has been leading this batting attack since the game 2. I mean, he came in the game 1, couldn't get going from anyways, and then it was just a blockbuster from David Warner, scoring a 50 in, consecutive matches. He is averaging superbly very well, and, there has been a different role which has been assigned to Warner. If you look the previous match very carefully, he didn't took the strike. So the talks around the team has been to anchor or to bat around the 20 all over. So the strategy keep changing as you go ahead in the tournament. I hope David Warner just, continues his marvelous form which he has shown in the season, because he's a big player, because he provides a stability, and he's kind of a person who can bat 20 overs, he can anchor the innings, and also move around the strike rate between that 140 and 150 marks, which is terribly very good. So if David Warner clicks today, and you have got alongside 2 to 3% who contributes in bits and pieces, probably Rishabh Pant has a great game again. So you never know. That could be another kind of a day where the pitches are slowing out. So even if you reach above a target of 170, it's more than good a score.
Who's got a partner with Warner, Tanmay? Who opens with him, and what have they got to do? Tanmay, can you hear me? He looks very serious. Tanmay looks for two. Maybe he's really thinking about the answer. Tanmay's contemplating.
I think
okay.
he is in
I'll
a
let you
meeting
answer
with the team
thoughts.
as well.
Yeah,
exactly.
I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry. Okay, God, it was like you were put into some sort of Jadoo Punjab spell on you. Like they've taken his soul away, and then he's like, then he snapped out of it. Maybe it needed Yatar to speak. Like, hey, Tanmay, don't fall under the Punjab spell. They've done it to you again. It's one of them moments. Anyway, I'm glad to be back. Tanmay, who's got a partner with Warner, and what they got to do?
Probably Bharat hasn't clicked. We have tried Mandeep as well. Sarfaraz has been tried in the middle order. So no one is clicking, and Shaw got injured at a very bad time. Unfortunate incident, but can't help it right now. So probably we have got Yash Dhul left, who has been due a game from a very long time. We have been expecting Dhul to play, but he hasn't been playing. So probably this is the game we can try him, or at last we can give Bharat the last chance and he might fire as well. But I would preferably want Yash Dhul to open with David Warner, so that he's also a young guy who has been playing the Under-19 World Cup, has that international exposure. So probably that solves the opening problem for us for this match and next matches as well.
Would you say the same, Yatat? Would you do that? Would you give Bharat another go?
I'll probably go, because the latest news we just came is Prithvi Shaw is fit and he is completely ready to go for this match. So that's a big addition. Someone like a Prithvi Shaw who started this season with a bang but couldn't continue it, and then got injured, and then was suffering with typhoid. He has joined the back. Hopefully he is fit and available. He is 100% fit, and if he gets going, and today in the couple of 2 matches which we have left, if we qualify and he gets some momentum, then this team would be absolutely unstoppable. The David Warner and Prithvi Shaw, arguably the best opening pair in this whole IPL. I think Prithvi Shaw, if he just clicks today, it would be a showstopper today.
Okay, I did hear, I think I just read somewhere that Prithvi Shaw is not available to the next game, but you're saying if he is fit for this one, bring him in, or even if he's still a little bit ill, Prithvi Shaw, would you take Prithvi Shaw a little bit ill, or would you take Bharat instead?
I'll take up Prithvi Shaw is a little bit ill.
Right. Okay. Fine. That's the difference that he makes. Okay. And coming back to openers and where that all lies, back to Punjab as well and Clinton. You've got Shikhar, you've got Bairstow opening, solid. We know that, but it's the middle order that's inconsistent. Who needs to up their game?
Well, Mayank Agarwal, as I said, needs to get amongst the runs. Always a captain scoring runs is a huge benefit to the team. So also Rajapaksa has to contribute a little bit more. And Livingston is in the form of his life and is hitting the ball really well. I feel that he should bat at 4, irrespective of the situation. Irrespective, even if 2 wickets fall in the first over, Livingston should come into bat at 4, because your best batsman should face the most number of deliveries. And Livingston has done well as an opener as well. So there should be no chopping and changing with the middle order. The lineup should be Shikhar, Johnny, Rajapaksa, Livingston, Mayank, Jitesh, Rishi Dhawan. This should be the lineup, the top 7.
Okay. He's nailed it. Anmol, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I completely agree with what Clinton said, that the top 4 should be the same, that Livingstone should come to bat at 4, as he needs to face the maximum balls also. And after that, concerning about the Mayank's form, I pray for the God that today he clicks and the Punjab wins. That as Yathat was saying about something that today is Delhi's day. ठीक है, आंखें खुले रख के सपने देखना अच्छा है, पर सच नहीं होते वो.
Clinton, were you going to add to something?
Yeah, just another point on Mayank Agarwal. I mean, it takes a lot for a person who's batted as an opener all through to come down and slot in at a number where you're usually not batting. So it's really selfless on Mayank's part to do that. There have been other captains. You look at Kane Williamson from Sunrisers Hyderabad, who's having a disastrous run, but yet he's not demoting himself. He's still sticking to opening the batting. Whereas Mayank, he realized he's not in the best of form. There is someone who does well as an opener. He pushed him up, and even in his post-match press conference, he said that whether he bats at 4, 5, or 6, it doesn't matter. All that matters is the 2 points. So, would really like to appreciate the selflessness of Mayank Agarwal and his love for the team.
Yeah, he's not trying to be the hero. He's just trying to facilitate the team's win in any way he can. That's a great thing to do. Let me just talk about the bowling as well, because you've got Arshdeep, you've got Harpreet as well, and Mo. The bowling attack that you're packing is going to be needed up against a team like DC, who've got firepower in them as well.
Yeah, first of all, talking about the bowling, that if we see the one in the RCB, that they have clicked their bowling well in the power play, as they took the 3 wickets and the 40 odd runs. That was really good with the bowling. That Rishi Dhawan is taking 2 wickets in the power play. Rabada is also taking the wickets, and Arshdeep is mostly bowling 3 overs in the death. And if we see that every phase is good, and if you're concerned about the Rahul Chair's form, yes, he's conceding some more runs as his caliber is not allowing him to concede so much runs. Likewise, anything if we don't have more spinners, we have tried Harpreet Brar. He also took 1 wicket. Everything is sorted in the bowling. No changes in today's team. Everything is now sorted.
Okay, all looking good, all now sorted. Dunmay, talk about your bowling with who's key for you today? I was going to suggest Norke and Sakaria, but whose shoulders does the pressure of the bowling fall upon?
Yeah, probably I would agree to that. Nokia has a huge role to play for Delhi tonight because he knows Shikhar Dhawan and he knows Shikhar Dhawan batting style and opening is the key for Punjab. So probably if we get their openers out early, and Nokia has been returning to form after the injury, he picked wickets last game as well. Somehow I want Mustafizur and Nokia to play together, but that's not happening because of the overseas spots we have. But Sakaria has been doing really well. Khalil has fit any day over Sakaria because he has been the game changer for Delhi when Nokia wasn't available. So that left arm thing with Khalil Ahmed and those slower ones, cutters, and the pace bowling he brings in the death as well, that helps a lot. So probably these are the pacers, but I would really, really want the spinners to fire because Kuldeep and Aksar, Kuldeep has been picking wickets, but from the past 2-3 matches he has been off color. But Aksar hasn't performed well in the whole season, and he is a long due with the bowling spell. He has been batting well a little in the games, but bowling he hasn't clicked any game. So a long due from Akshar Patel as well.
Okay, would you agree with that on the bowling side of things?
Well, I think this game will go down to the matchups. The better the matchups, the more suitable the game result would be. So if you look at the opening pair, you've got someone like a Johnny Best who takes on the bowler right from the front. So I believe if there is going to be one player who's going to play between Nokia and Fizz, then that needs to be Mustafizur Rahman because Andrew Nokia is a pace gun. If you provide pace to batsmen like Johnny Best and Liam Livingston, the harder you bowl, the harder the ball will go out. So a bowler like a Mustafizur Rahman who can go left arm, his off cutters are really very good. The ball going out from Johnny Bairstow as well as Liam Livingston and Shikhar Dhawan has also stumbled against the slow bowler, especially DJ Bravo. So I probably feel that Mustafizur can get a go here. I hope someone like a Khalil Ahmed is game fit and he's ready to match go because he has been a leader of this bowling attack. When you have got bowlers like Mustafizur Rahman, Andrik Nokia, Kuldeep Yadav with a purple cap hold. I mean, one of the purple cap holder on the second position, and then you've got a bowler like Khalil Ahmed who is your pacer and he's leading a bowling attack. He needs to be very, very special. In the game where we went on and lead 210 runs against the Chennai Super Kings, this guy picked up 3 wickets with an economy of just 8.87. So that's incredibly very well. So Khalil Ahmed needs to be match fit. I hope he's ready and goes all gun blazing.
Okay, let's just have a look at the head-to-head stats. I mean, as these teams have faced each other over the years, look at that. Look how close it is. But 4-1 to Delhi in the last 5 meetings. And talking of the last meeting, does that hold any relevance right now to you as well, Anmol? The fact that Delhi won the last match when you played a few weeks ago. What does that mean? Or is it a different Punjab side now?
Yeah, this is I think completely a different Punjab side from the last match, because last match that pitch was also playing a role. It was a bit slower one, and if you see that there was not a mindset of playing slow and anchoring the innings. Everyone was like go and hit the ball as hard as possible, and that was not playing with the batsman also. And if you set the target of 115, and you can't expect that some of the Prithvi Shaw and opening partnership of Prithvi Shaw and David Warner will not perform. They will perform brilliantly well in that also. Arshdeep and every bowler has conceded run because a batsman had not given them the chance to go on and defend the target.
Okay. Just hi to Rishi. He says, come on, Punjab. Rishi, a CSK fan, is saying, come on, Punjab. Chakde Fateh, smash Delhi big time. Interesting game because if Punjab wins, they go to the 4th spot. And did I hear CSK? By the way, CSK beat DC this season, and that was so satisfying. Tanmay, he just wants to remind you of that. But I was just saying about the last game, Tanmay, as well. The fact that you've beaten Punjab, that's got to put your boys, on the kind of positive going into today.
Yeah, probably. I hope that Punjab has that on their minds. But in this stage where IPL is such a great tournament, every team takes a new match in a different way, and this is probably the do or die situation. Past matches won't matter, I guess, because the pitches were flat in the first half of the game, and now we are seeing so slow pitches, and batting first is the strategy now. With Dew coming in, also plays a different role right now. And talking about Rishi's comment, I would like to remind him as well that CSK are out of the IPL right now. So please don't comment about Punjab or Delhi right now.
Yeah. I think it's Chris Brown, the rapper, the singer. He goes, how can you hate from outside the club? You can't even get in. So they're on the dance floor, Rishi. No, I'm only kidding. Rishi, your comments are always welcome. You can chip in any way you like. This is Fan Doosra, and everyone is involved. Everyone can comment on it. Ultimately, we love Team India, but I love the IPL. And this is a great insight as to what's going to happen in the short format when India play all around the world, which we're looking forward to this summer as well when they come to England. Okay. Boys, that's a lot of the talking done. We're going to get back with some fighting talk in just a moment. But before I do, who are your Rario players? Yatharth, who's the one for you guys?
I think Tanmay rightly mentioned Akshar Patel is due for a big one. So radio player is going to be a Bapu who has been outstanding in the previous year. I hope he comes back to his form. The game against KKR where he picked up 2 wickets and gave up only 10 runs. That is the Akshar Patel which we have been knowing. He's from Gujarat, so he's going to be very, very conjuice. So don't give too many runs. So just scalp up the wickets as much as you can, and probably a 4-for or 5-for. But Bapu is going to be on cards today.
I'm not sure if you can say that, but you said it anyway. Okay. I mean, he's playing on the stereotype. We know that he's going to be very economical, is what you're saying. Actually, he's going to be the Delhi player. That's what he means. And Punjab, who's your, Clinton, who is your Rario player of the day?
It would be Johnny Bairstow, given his amazing performance in the last game, wherein he literally tore apart the RCB attack. And as Yatharth also rightly pointed out, that he's a pace hitter, and the more faster you go to him, the faster the ball will go to the boundary. So looking forward to another aggressive innings from him, and fingers crossed he gets a century today.
Yeah, no, he's suddenly found his form as well. I think at the start of this season, I've always enjoyed watching Johnny Bairstow play, and at the start of the season I was a bit disappointed that it wasn't clicking, but we know how dangerous he can be, as with the Delhi openers as well. So there's a lot to play for. Who will win? We'll find out very shortly when the teams take each other on. But we're going to do some fighting talk straight after I remind you that this is the place to go. Rario.com. Get yourself signed up. It's literally as simple as this to join the Rario family. Do what I did. Watch this.
It's so easy. You type in your email address first of all. This is it. This is step 1. Email address. You can all do that. And then once you've filled that one in, you go down to the line below and you type in your username. I'm going with Big Tom. And then you put in your password. Make this unique to yourself, something that you're going to remember, and you have officially got yourself into the site. Then, of course, you've got to make sure you're not a robot by typing in the code. You hit submit, you wait for the email to come into your inbox, and you confirm it. That's it.
Okay, it is DOD time. I'm calling it DOD time. It is DOD, do or die time for both of these teams. Go for the DOD, go for the milk. I don't know where this is going. I'm going to stop talking. But right now, you're going to go for 30 seconds each to give each other as much fighting talk as you can. You can talk statistics. You can talk intimidation tactics. You can talk about fear. You want to send some positive energy into the universe about why your team are going to win. Now's the time to do it. Who's doing the fighting talk on behalf of Punjab?
I'll do it.
Anmol, away you go. Your 30 seconds starts now.
DC, Delhi Capitals. They are our friends, but outside the ground. In the ground, they are the most fiery or the most competitive partners we have ever faced. And talking about that, you are saying that the more pace you give to the base or the more Livingston, the ball will go as far. ये डर होना चाहिए. ये डर बहुत अच्छा लगा मुझे. ये डर ऐसे रखना है इसको अपने पास तक. And after that, you said that Akshar Patel, Bapu, he will be conjuice and economical and not giving the run. But you have not seen the Punjab Kings batting lineup. Livingstone, Rajapaksha, Dhawan, and Johnny Bairstow, they will be all the layer because they are Punjabis and they will give the runs to the bowler.
Hey, well done. Right, okay. So as conducive as you might try and be, what he's saying is the Punjab is going to put their hand into your pocket and take those runs away. They're going to take it. They're going to spend your money. That's what he's going to do. Yatat or Tanmay? Who's going to do the Delhi Capitals fighting talk?
I'll do it.
Tanmay is. Okay, Tanmay. Let me just double check. You're not frozen. Is he frozen? He is frozen. Tanmay, just leave and rejoin.
Because his teams also get struck like Tanmay's video.
Oh, is that what it is? Look at that.
No worries, bro. The bat does the talking, so I'll probably you can hear me, right?
Yeah. Okay, we can hear you. Let's put him on then. As long as we can hear him, that's fine. Let's hear your 30 seconds. Starts right now.
Yeah, you can hear me, Tommy, right?
Yeah, I can hear you, Tanmay. You go for it.
Yeah. So as Anmol mentioned, that Livingstone and Rajapaksha, Bairstow, everyone has installed the fear in Delhi. मतलब इतना डर तुम लोगों ने हमारे अंदर डाल दिया है कि तुम 115 पे उसी डर से ऑल आउट हो गए थे. और 4-1 चल रहा है लास्ट 5 मैचेस की मीट में. तो बड़ा मजा आएगा. वो एक ही रह जाए तुम्हारा, हम आगे चलते जाएं और तुम्हारे आज हम तुम्हें हरा देंगे. उसके बाद यथार्थ के रूम की जो लाइट हो गई ना, उतने डिम तुम्हारे चांसेस हो जाएंगे क्वालिफाई करने के. एंड वो लस्सी पी के एंजॉय करो यार. सो जाओ तुम, अगले साल देखना आराम से छोले भटूरे खाओ, बस एंजॉय करो.
तन्मय भाई हर बार लस्सी नहीं पीते. आज पटियाला पैग पी के लड़ेंगे, फिर देखना ललकारे कैसे बजते हैं.
Okay, you thought, what you want to add to that?
Yeah, I'll go for extra innings. वो कहते हैं दिल्ली के रौंडो से कभी पंगा नहीं लेते क्योंकि वेस्ट दिल्ली के लोग हैं. इनको विक्ट्री स्वीट नहीं, रिवेंज स्वीटर लगता है. और पिछली बार हमने पंजाबी लस्सी तो पी थी, बट ये नई दिल्ली है मेरे यार. ये दिल मांगे मोर. I love it. Listen, this is what it's all about. It's the Northern Derby. It's Punjab versus Delhi. It's lassi versus pegs. It's chole bhature versus it all. It's do or die time. The main thing about this right now is we're at a key point in the league. Both these two teams have had a similar form building up to today, a similar level of consistency and inconsistency, strong openers, problems in the middle order, an amazing bowling attack at times as well. So this is a real solid matchup. And I think you boys will all agree, despite all the fighting talk, that it's just whoever turns up now, whoever is able to give it that little extra mile. But this will be a test on both sides, a test of brilliance on both sides. And that's why this makes it the most exciting league in the world. So on to the game. Enjoy it wherever you are. Go get yourself signed up to Rario.com. But today is all about Punjab versus Delhi. Hi to Akshat as well, who's going, wow, at the fighting talk. Hello to everybody who's dropped us a message today. Thank you so much for following us. We'll catch you next time. Delhi versus Punjab. Let's go. See you later, guys.